The throwing knife, an OG weapon of the game, and in the past, a weapon that would go back and forth between being pretty bad and okay if given the right circumstances. But with the latest updates, it's been changed up to being a brutality scaling weapon, and I think it also has had the bleed damage it does increased a little bit. So it's about time for a reevaluation. That's what these runs are about, after all. Basics of the weapon, you throw it out. Does a little bit of initial damage, 48 DPS, and much more bleed damage, 73 DPS for 3 seconds. It also has really great tracking, so you can hit enemies directly overhead of you, or if not quite that, pretty close. The problem comes in with the fact that it has very limited ammo for the amount of damage it deals. Early versions of the weapon, you could barely kill an enemy without running out of every single knife you could possibly throw. And it's like the only way to kill an enemy in any reasonable amount of time would be to get some sort of release arrows affix on a bomb or a shield in one way or another. Even in the halcyon days of when the weapon was very good, or at least pretty usable, it was mostly due to the fact that you were using the double tapping trick. You had 2 throwing knives that you would both map to the same button, and you could defeat even some pretty tanky enemies and get some pretty good damage on bosses without running out of ammo, but as you got into higher cell difficulty and the like, it became less and less useful over time. Which brings us to the most recent version of it. What am I going to do to make this thing work is the real question. I think that the easiest way to do this is to not plan on using it as a primary source of damage, but just have it be there to support other weapons in their efforts. You know, getting some... for example, right now I have a fairly slow melee weapon working for me. Might want to just use the throwing knives to take care of enemies that are very far away. For example, the obnoxious Inquisitors that I'm encountering right now. Or, you know, take out, like, flying enemies or enemies that are going to be running away from me a lot. Maybe the orb casters if I end up going into the slumbering sanctuary. But if I did want to try to make this a more primary source of damage, I think the best way to do it would be to get, well, a Hokuto's bow. Go completely traditional damage over time. Due to the whole ammo problems, it's not going to be as good as an alchemic carbine, but if I manage to get some of the really good affixes that bleed-based weaponry have, something like poisons as well as bleed, it could definitely match up and maybe even exceed that sort of weapon in a lot of circumstances. Who knows? Well, I'm just going to have to see where the RNG takes me as far as that goes. I mean, sure, I would like to get a Hokuto's bow, but I don't actually have it unlocked, as I just remembered. It's kind of throwing knife or nothing, isn't it? Whoops. Well, that kind of shot down that plan. Hey, it's still going to be very RNG heavy when it comes to trying to get, I don't know, bleed propagation would also be very good on the throwing knife, and just having that poison as well as bleed would be great. But who knows if it's going to come up or not. I mean, there's a point in Dead Cells where it has to be, you know, let go and let RNG. Let RNG take the wheel. Oh no, RNG has flipped over the car, and now I'm somehow also going backwards at the same time. How is that even possible? Okay. My luck usually isn't that bad with Dead Cells, but I'm not going to say it can't happen. As it is, though, also having knife dance is an interesting coincidence. That is sort of in the same way that you have corrosive cloud to the alchemic carbine, you got throwing knife to knife dance. Sure, knife dance might do a lot more damage because you can apply multiple stacks on there, and the DPS for the bleeding is higher, but it's also so much more infrequent that you can possibly use this. You can really look at it as sort of a better version, I could almost say, of the sort of disparity that you get between the alchemic carbine and the corrosive cloud, but it's also kind of hard to say because I don't remember it. I think the corrosive cloud does much less damage comparatively. These are a lot closer to each other. There's actually quite a couple circumstances in the game where that sort of thing happens. For example, the heavy grenade versus the explosive crossbow, and even like the blood sword versus the throwing knives with the ammo and the smaller amount of bleed that the blood sword does, for example. There are circumstances where you can see how some attempts of balance have been made when it comes to these similar sort of weapons, but I do think that there's still a lot of issues when it comes to like comparing similar sort of things, especially if they're both doing damage over time. Damage over time is a weird thing in Dead Cells in the sense that damage over time really is just purely damage. The only sort of effect that you can have on enemies that isn't just damage is freezing. And everything else just enables synergies, you know, for getting criticals, which it just equates to more damage. It's something that, it sort of ends up with you having to build your runs around that, whether it's the old thing that I used to say about getting as many sources of damage, you know, getting your damage diversified as much as you possibly can, so that you're doing as much damage to enemies as you can manage, or... Oh, another good synergy would be if I just happened to get a Sadist Stiletto, which I might want to re-roll to see if that happens to show up. Well, I would love to get an upgrade to that. I don't think that's going to happen, though. Yes, a lot of things that just equate to more damage, whether it's through affixes or criticals or both. It does seem like the way that you would want to try to balance these sort of things would maybe be to attempt to make it a little bit different. Make it so that the way you would end up taking a lot of these things, instead of having it be you have to get some form of... You have to get some form of damage over time to get the most damage out of your various weapons, is to just make it so that damage does something different. And I've seen in plenty of games, you know, like general stat lowering when you're poisoned, slowdown when you're poisoned. Hey, there we go. What a good grab. You know, slow down when you're poisoned. Maybe something along the lines of just, like, occasionally whiffing attacks. Maybe have that be when you're oiled up. I do think that it might be something that Motion Twin would want to look at to maybe try to rework how some of the damage over time, just general mechanics work in this game, rather than have it being purely about damage by itself. That was actually something that I was going to bring up when I was talking about crits in one of the previous episodes. I kind of forgot which one. But the idea is that crits only do damage and nothing else. And I would like to see them get, rather than just being, you know, purely an arms race to try to blow up the enemy as fast as possible, just having something a little bit different. Sort of how ice works, in the way that slowing down enemies, getting them frozen, are different ways of doing that, as well as perhaps increasing damage, whether you get the right survival affixes, especially for getting... damn it, so close to getting out of here without getting in malaise. The right sort of survival affixes to get that 175% extra damage, or even just... getting that, like, causes bleed and freezing at the same time. I don't know, one of the reasons why I wanted to do the throwing knife today was not only because I knew this had been changed up a little bit and I wanted to check that out, but because I do think that, especially in the comment section for the Corrosive Cloud video, common commenter Firestar had a lot to say about how they would potentially, like, change that up to make it so that getting something that does poison isn't the end-all be-all for most runs, especially on higher difficulty, where, you know, just a base damage for a weapon no longer really cuts it. Well, I do hope that something like this... I do think that if I was going to pick out what's going to be the best way to get the most out of this weapon, I do get the damage from the knife. I also get the damage from the critical from the Sadist Stiletto. If I even felt like switching over to doing a tactics-based run, I got all the perfect ingredients for that, too. It is just too bad that I did forget to put the Hokuto's bow on. That could have been pretty useful. And Fire Grenade, get out of here, don't really need you. Although Fire and Oil, I probably had enough money to buy. Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. Look, I'm already spending too much money on re-rolling stuff as it is. I mean, you know how it goes. That's capitalism for you. What happens is that you go to Walmart, they don't have the yeah. Oh, that was very close. They don't have the socks you want, so you just slip the cashier $5, and they bring out a couple pants and different underwear. And you're like, that's still not enough. Slip them another $5, and they're like, well, that's your bribe total for the day, and we just brought out a bunch more pants. It's tragic, but, you know, it's at least good to see Dead Cells is trying to emulate life as much as possible. All right. I think there's not really all that much more that I want right now anyway. I don't think I need to go really heavy on damage per second after all, because you don't have some of the I don't have some of the more basic stuff available to really make that sort of run pop off, whether it is the Hokuto's bow or even just managing to get a good. Oh, come on. Ugh. Even just managing to get like a good wolf trap, because the wolf trap is not going to be scaling with the things that I want it to be scaling with. Unless I get extremely lucky and find a colorless version of that, but that's... I told you, RNG is not too happy when it comes to providing for me that much. I think that I've wasted all the luck that I've gotten recently getting those count them, 2 invisibility necklaces in the last couple runs I've been doing. It's just not... I can't imagine that all of my fortuitous events are going to cluster up like that. Though if you ask any mathematician, that is how it works sometimes. And sometimes it doesn't. It's the nature of randomness. You can't predict anything. Well, either way, I should be probably spending most of my money when it comes to looking in shops, attempting to get bleed propagation. Or the poison and bleed, but bleed propagation I also really like when it comes to using the throwing knives, because you can really take out huge amounts of enemies. The throwing knives are quick. They, like I said, they have very good tracking, so that all you need to do is just kill 1 enemy, and then you're already started on killing 2 enemies and 3 enemies, and they tell 2 friends, and they tell 2 friends, and soon everybody's dead. And that's the sort of world that I want to live in, when it comes to Dead Cells, at least. Well, open wounds would be nice, but that's and I get a freed up mutation slot just because of the fact that I am using the throwing knife here. It's also going to do a lot more damage and a lot more consistent damage too. So that's another plus in its favor. Anyway, talking about RNG. Come on. Well, that's actually kind of funny. I guess. Why not? I got nothing. I suppose, hey, it's not a bad get. I do think that if I was going to be picking and choosing between having throwing knives versus Knife Storm, I would probably pick Knife Storm, but as it is also kind of, I don't know, redundant with the current setup that I got going on here. Don't really need 2 of these things. It's a wealth of riches, but unfortunately the riches have their limits as far as usability goes. Throw them down at the guy. Then when he teleports up here, get that Sata Stiletto combo going. Oh, main character, man, you gotta practice your shots a little bit better here. Oh, you're still alive. Okay. Better be cautious. Do not want to lose this too quickly. Oh, okay. Okay. Because unfortunately, one of the big problems that is going to come up with this, I'm just thinking about right now, is the fact that... well, the Hand of the King does block any sort of thrown shot really consistently. So that's probably not... I mean, if I can continue with the Sata Stiletto, or even just something that has some good bleed synergy, all I need to do is just get 1 hit in on there, and that will last me for a pretty long time. Or at least that's what I'm hoping. I don't know. It is impossible to chart out the future of this run in that way. RNG, I'm telling you about it. I'm telling you about it. Usually I just say I'm telling you, but I decide to go for the extra long way to say that phrase this time. And once again, with that whole talking about how words work, we're falling right into that podcast for linguistics majors again. I'm trying not to do this over and over. It just keeps happening like that. I mean, especially when people, like a couple episodes ago, pointed out my vocal tics. And I'm trying as hard as possible to not do them anymore. One of the great things about these runs is that you are helping me be a better public speaker, whether you like it or not. You are performing psychic brain surgery on me when it comes to changing how I speak and think, because, well, let's just say this commentary is really just a simple... Ooh, yeah, okay, perfect. Actually, and I can afford that. That's not going to be too difficult at all. Because, yeah, my commentary style is really just the most basic extension of how I already thought prior to this. I tried to use the Bobby outfit because I thought it would be the most like the knife throwers. Now that I'm looking at it, though, nah, I think if I just went with like the classic outfit, it would probably be closer to than that. Oh well, it's been a while since I've used the Bobby outfit, so I do not regret my decision in any way. Now then, I believe you had what is a very good throwing knife. Not the right stats, but think of it as just having a little bit more insurance health-wise over the course of this run. Yeah, poison as well as bleed. Oh, meet the thing that's one better. Maybe that would also be a way to improve if Motion Twin wanted to do a little bit more experimentation around with the throwing knives anymore. Perhaps just switching it out for... Yeah, oh, I did get hit there. Perhaps just switching it out for poisonous throwing knives would be the way to do it. Much in the same way that the knife throwers that exist in the game right now have. Or maybe just bring it back to the old, extremely old school version of the Seta Stiletto back when it was... That wasn't... I didn't even know that could drop that. Anyway. Sure. The old school version of Seta Stiletto that could also synergize with fire. Because fire, after all, is much more common in the game, like it or not. I'm going to try rolling with this. Because first off, why not? I mean, these are two weapons that I don't really use a whole lot, and Legendary Electric Whip is going to be able to be re-rolled much easier than a regular Electric Whip. If I can get both Poison and Bleed synergy on there, I'll have a pretty good ranged Brutality run. Not a super huge amount of range, but certainly more than enough to take out any adversary that dares step to me at this point in time. I don't know if you can throw it directly above your head, but you can get pretty close. Oh, well, as it is, the other thing I want to do is just get rid of this 2x damage. I should be able to survive it for right now, but I don't want to risk it any more than that. Right now, I'm thinking about the future. I'm not, I was gonna make a reference to, like, YOLO? What year is it? Well, Dead Cells already has a reference to YOLO, so it would be what you would call appropriate, in spite of my protesting. Ah, well. Yeesh. Oh, do not want to get hit by this guy at all. All right, extra cautious time, because I like the way this run has been going. It's not anything super amazing. So far, it's just been okay. And as we know, Dead Cells does not have room for runs that are merely okay, merely average. Only the exceptional can survive. And those that cannot make the grade are thrown into the abyss. Prove yourself. Prove yourself, throwing knife, or perish. Perish at my hands. That's usually a thing I say to weapons before I start the run, but I forgot about it this time, so I wanted to throw it in there. Obey your true master, and prove to me that you deserve your spot at the table. Some sort of poison and bleed synergy is going to be super helpful here. As it is, so is going and grabbing that chunk of watermelon. I sure am glad that I did get that. That's, especially with the 2 times damage that I just took there again. It's going to be good. Well, let's check out the cleaver. I don't know. It's not as much. You are, well, I mean, that I did take the heart. Call me crazy. Just don't call me late for dinner. I'm going to try taking this. And I'm going to, look, when I lose the heart, I'm going to be switching it out immediately. And then I'm going to be ruining the moment that I decided to do this. But until then, you couldn't have asked for a much better weapon with the throwing knife that I've been rocking right now. Sure. We all love the electric whip. It was great, and it did great stuff in the service of me for this time. But I gotta be switching it out. Gotta be switching it up. It's 2020. We're not. It's not all the same thing. It's a new horizon. Or I got nothing. Let's just. I'm just trying to justify myself the fact that I'm taking 2 times damage right now. Well, I guess Soldier's Endurance is going to be the best. It'll give me 25% extra damage, so that'll offset some of this. What am I doing? Let's just get to this. Well, at least at this point in time, you don't have to worry about feeling bad about the throwing knife. It's kind of on the table of the failure. I'm going to rest on the shoulders of the rapier. And this is also maybe not the best place to take it, or maybe it's the best place to take it because, oh man, because throwing knives are going to be supporting me quite a bit with a lot of extra damage per second. Well, there's another colorless chest in here, and I sure am interested in seeing what I'm going to get from that, because you never know if it's going to be something like a really good turret. I was saying before that, yeah, I do like the idea of having the 2 different types of bleeds going on, because that's thematically appropriate. But also, at the same time, I don't really find that super important. It's pretty short-lived, though. I don't really find that super important because I am going to be... I am already doing a lot of bleed damage. You want to have that damage diversified. You saucy lad. Or alternate bit. You crank that soldier boy. I wanna give... This is the first choose your own adventure YouTube video. That's not true at all. I've seen a lot of those before. You can play the entirety of Plumbers Don't Wear Ties on YouTube. They like YouTubed up a version of that at some point in time. Which I just don't click off the video. They're already gone. You're already seeing the extremely old sleazy FMV games of yesteryear. Just gotta make sure that I don't tell them about Phantasmagoria or something. I kind of like that, but oh, jeez, didn't see you there. I kind of like that, but not. The build I have right now is sort of in perfect equilibrium. I can't get rid of any part of this without kind of sacrificing a lot of the great synergies that I have formed so far. I mean, I'll say this: this is actually even a little bit better than having just bleed causes poison as well, because the lingering cloud is causing enemies to get more poisoned over time, which is definitely helping me out. I would imagine that I'm going to be getting the really good damage with this when it comes to... when it comes to getting up to a boss, or even just an elite. Provide that elite is not, you know... Yeah, like, look at that. Provide that elite is not, you know, a... I'm going to check that out as well in just a couple seconds. Provide that elite is not a thorny, is what I was trying to say, before getting so rudely distracted by myself over and over. All right. I should stop keeping this mirror right next to my desk. Okay, I do want to see what this giant killer is offering me. It's... How do I get in there? How do I get in there? I don't actually recognize this this secret room layout. Huh. I guess it would be falling down the hole, right? But because the thing is, I do like the rapier and everything. I'll switch it out for something else. Because I'm not committed to this. Oh, it's just right up here. I did not know there was a secret area above this. I don't know. All right, it's got. I feel that it's just so. I mean, the giant killer is going to be doing as much damage when it comes to bosses, and I won't be taking 2 times damage. I'll try re-rolling it a little bit in the future. I just feel way too nervous taking that double damage even on top of that for right now. And besides, not the rapier run. It is the throwing knife run, of which again RNG has been kind once again. So let's all thank them before they turn on me. Makes victims bleed. Well, that's well, it's fine. I mean, we're doing a weirdly bleed heavy run in ways that I could not have foreseen. I guess I might as well continue. I mean, when you're going through hell, keep going. No, I wouldn't really call this hellish just yet. I don't know. I mean, in some ways, this is... I almost feel like this is maybe not representing the weapon very well just because it's going so well. Which is the sort of problem that you want to have, but also an unusual circumstance. Dead Cells is a game well known for being quite hardcore, so to have it be so merciful is a nice change, if unexpected. Tons of bleed. And I do like the Hayabusa boots, but I don't know. You know, people still haven't answered me as to what exactly the Hayabusa boots or the Hayabusa gauntlets are supposed to be a reference to. I mean, I guess I'll never know at this rate, unless you in the comments post it down below. This is maybe like, this is like next level self-advertisement nonsense. Okay. Yeah, I don't really like how this is going. Yeah, just eat that crystal. Come on, biters, I'm relying on you. I think I'm just gonna count my lucky stars that I didn't die there and get out. Already taking too much malaise, and I'm not feeling confident aside from that. Oh well, let's just get up to the cursed chest, which is apparently directly below me, along with another stat. So yeah, that's something to grab, because of course I am currently looking at not a great stat distribution. 10 brutality in the ossuary. That's not where you want to be. You want to be at like 20. Oh, and also a floor rune? Wow, this is my lucky day. Okay, but before I even do that, I do want to heal up and everything first. I'm already playing with fire. I've been playing with a lot of fire, despite the fact that I have pretty much every type of damage over time, aside from fire right now. Okay, come on now. Again, I should have had that Hokuto's bow ready for me to use for this run, because this is the time to use it. All right. Rolled in bones again. No. No. Not the worst, but also doesn't really fit into the run that I'm doing right now. Okay, I did clear out most of the ranged fellows that I'm going to be running into. So hopefully I can deal with it a little bit better now. I didn't hit anything there. Thanks, biters. Doing a great job. Doing a bang-up job. I was really wondering if I was going to die there. thought it might happen. The stats are very low right now compared to what they really should be, putting me in a bad situation. Yep, good tracking. This is that sort of thing that I was talking about, where you want to just, well, not quite. I guess that did kill it, but it's whatever. Just keep going. 5 left. I'll go take alienation or something just to get some healing. I've been taking an absurd amount of damage so far. All right, what's going to be the best option here? I guess bomb. It's like a good high-quality bomb. It's hoping for more poison combined with everything else. I'm going to be better served just by saving up the money and then spending it all when I get to the food shop. Because that's got to be around here somewhere. All right, again, not a bad item, but not one that is going to be doing me any favors with the type of build that I'm going for right now. I'd also really like to save up my money to try and re-roll some of the affixes that I have on the giant killer right now. If I can get 100% on poison and 100% on bleed, which shouldn't be impossible, that's that would be good. That would be the ideal circumstance. Oh yeah, you're still up there. Thankfully, the crystals are also trapping you as well as they're protecting you. It's a lonely existence, but it's also fitting for a monster such as yourself. Oh, I don't like a lot of stuff going on here. Yep, that's what I wanted. Let's just kind of... Okay, so we got one of you guys here. Get that good range, and there we go. At least I'm not going to die from that. And I still do have the heart to protect me. I didn't lose that with my bizarre rapier play that I'm not going to say was a good idea, but it did feel like a good idea at the time. I think I said during the Code Vein playthrough that I've been working my way through, don't watch it, that you can engrave that on my tombstone. Seemed like a good idea at the time. All right. I'm not going to have that bombardier chasing after me anyway. And I do want to get as much money as I possibly can. Because I am planning to be going on quite the buying spree, or re-rolling spree, as it were, for this giant killer. Giant killers are high-ticket items, and... Are you kidding me? Giant killers are high-ticket items, and they're going to require a lot of money. Honey... to get re-rolled. Okay, enough of that out of you guys. Hate Inquisitors, which is of course why they add them to this area in the first place, but don't let anybody tell you otherwise. But it is still something I had to deal with. Bite them with your jagged little teeth and make sure that they're not going to follow me. I just want to get to the food shop so that I can get into that challenge rift. Get at least a little bit of extra money. There it is. Get at least a little bit of extra money to be playing around with, and then book her on out of here and into the future. I still think I do have a very good run going on right now, but the weird stat distribution is not reflecting its potential. No, it's just making it awkward, and things are tankier than they should be at this point in time. Yeah, you can see that the damage over time, the poison and everything is doing some great work. Yeah, that explodes into a poison cloud is such a good get. Very happy to have that on the team. We'll give it a great review when this run is over. What do you got? I guess we're going to go with this one. Yep. Don't want to spend too much money. And I also feel pretty good about the current situation vis-a-vis... I don't know what that noise was. The current situation vis-a-vis getting a perfect boss fight. Yep, yep. And yeah, the ability, the fact that I can just hit them from pretty far away is helping a lot. And I am happy to see this get folded into the whole... I'm happy to see this get folded into the whole brutality game, just because... Oh, thank God, that's also a really good get. Second one of those for free, baby. Yeah, I have to see this get folded into the brutality game, because the brutality has always been more of the damage over time type of build. As well as the fact that I do think that getting that bleed synergy and everything is far more fitting for brutality compared to a lot of other things. I'm thinking about it right now. I should have saved that chunk of watermelon. Oh, well, trust me when I say it's not going to be a big deal, because as of right now, I'm going to do this perfectly. Yep. Just watch. Oh, come on. I need a better necklace here. Maybe I'll go back and try to fight that. And I know, you feel free to call me out on this. If I utterly fail at it, but see if I can't get a necklace from that one slasher that's sitting up in that elite room, elite shrine. I mean, I don't know. Just post in the comments if I did manage to, well, if I did manage to successfully fight that or not, just so that I'm not filled with so much anxiety when it comes going. Again, some next level begging for likes, comments, and subscribes. Stupid. You know what? Dislike this video just because of that. I won't blame you. Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna go... The health is great right now. That's something to be said. But yeah, the three tactics necklace, the one I'm wearing right now. I mean, it's good for setting up some fire synergy, but I don't know. Okay, there we go. Oh, you're not really doing it for me, are you, game? You can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, you do get a giant killer and some killer poison synergy, so keep on trucking. I could attempt to get the rest of my malaise taken care of, but I'm not going to worry too much about it. No. I think this'll work. I do want to try to go for that legendary item, though, because you never know what that's going to be, and at this point in time, I can replace the swarm. I mostly just took that for the bleed stuff. It's got some good bleed synergy. It's not really something I'm too worried about. Well, 20% extra damage and critical hits plus 20 is not a terrible thing. 60% for the bleed would have been better, but let's not split hairs here. What's done is done. Tomorrow is another day. What you got? I mean, I was thinking if I got a... I was thinking that if I did manage to get a fast weapon, I might have actually gone for the concierge, but come on, that's not happening. This is not that sort of run. Ah, well, so much for the legendary item. Stupid slow survival scaling weapons. This is why you have a lot of shields in the survival game, after all. Yeah, you can see that it's not... Like, it's actually very quickly doing a lot of damage, but... Well, it's very quickly doing a lot of points of damage, but the damage itself is kind of minimal as of right now. Which is what I expected. You know, the best way to get a throwing knife going was using two throwing knives at the same time, and that's just sadly not possible anymore. At least this can do damage while also setting up some multiple synergies, and from a very long distance away, and immediately, on demand. So that's nice and everything, but I do need to have the weapons to back it up, and that might end up meaning that I'll want to change out the giant killer. As much as I love the giant killer, and you know I love the giant killer, it's great. But it is also... If I don't have that poison and bleed synergy on there, just not cutting the mustard. I don't regret getting rid of the rapier, though. That was going to kill me. Alright, well... Eh. Concierge is one of the easier bosses that you can fight. He's got a very predictable pattern and all that. Sweep and jump, sweep and jump. Stick and move, stick and move. Frantic sword? Frantic sword, maybe? Frantic sword, no. I still believe in the giant killer for right now, and I'm willing to throw a little bit more money into it. Especially knowing that I'm not getting a legendary item here. I'll toss a couple more coins into rerolling this thing to something good. I'm not gonna expect that, but I would. No, not doing it. Okay, now I'm gonna switch that out for something else. It's betrayed me one too many times. Into the abyss it goes. And do I want to go up to the sanctuary? I did talk about how getting rid of the orb cast is going to be pretty good. I mean, I'll give her an attempt. I don't know if there's anything that I would want to switch out this throwing knife for just yet, because the damage isn't going to be so much better, even with your 25, 50% more, you know, getting like a full 250 or anything like that. But maybe something like bleed propagation you could sell me on that. Just by, are you kidding me? Biters, you are not doing your job. Into the abyss you go. I know. I can't throw every item into the abyss. There's not going to be any left for anybody else. Look, just stare into the abyss a little bit and you'll find those things eventually. And perhaps even yourselves, as you have become a monster. I'm sorry, but them's the breaks. Look, I don't want it to be this way either, but it's just how it goes. Nothing very enticing there. Perhaps a better necklace, though, would go down real smooth. Oh, the stats are so low here. Also, I hate that electric whip. At least it's a point of brutality. I guess. I don't know. At least it has a 15% HP, so... I mean, a tonic is always nice to find, even if it's not of your stat, which is anything but survival. Just because it has its uses. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep, me. This is a good time where ranging out that guy is going to help. 2 extra jumps. I'm going to keep the gold as well as a sell. I think that's always a pretty good bet. Helps. It goes a long way when it comes to affording some of the... Ooh, I really was very close to getting hit by that. Goes a long way when it comes to getting upgrades for my items, of which I can really use. Again, I love you, Giant Killer. You're doing a great job. You've definitely proven yourself as part of the family. But I need something that does poison and bleed synergy right now. I need that pure damage that I was talking about. That's the only currency in this world that you can rely on. Damage and more damage. And you're outputting it enough, but not enough. Just slightly enough. Okay. I'm worried for when I find that cursed chest and I don't have enough enemies to fight. Or what's... no. That's... Yeah, I noticed that enemies were that one enemy was getting a little bit of shielding action going on. And I was thinking, yep, we got some shenanigans going on here. Unfortunately, it's not the sort of legendary item that I want. Give me a turret or something. Go full greediness. I mean... more often than not, I'm not even using... I'll try it. Forgetting what my... Forgetting what my controls are right now. Oh, man, he is flying into the strike. Are you kidding me? That was... I guess I'll give you that hit, even though I don't want to. Hi. Oh, no. 100% damage. Come on. Okay, well, I mean, it's not terrible. There we go. It's getting a little bit better. Getting a little bit better. Not quite to the point that I want it to be just yet. Curious. Get a parry here. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it is 100% free damage. Come on. Of course, so is anything that has poison synergy on it. What am I even talking about? I gotta dump this for something better. I keep getting brought in by the golden glow of these legendary weapons, even though I know I shouldn't be. I just keep falling for it anyway, because I want it. Okay. Boy, am I glad that I am inside of a shop right now, and you guys are not allowed to attack me, as per shop rules. Oh, I just want you to know that you're doing a great job, even though I do have to keep slipping you fives to look in the back. Which I'm not going to do it right now, because I'll see what else is around here. I still got that I still got that curse chest after all. All right. Guess I can do that. But it's also a good way to get a lot more money too, which is important. I do need more money. One of these things is going to be a legendary, and there they are. Like, you didn't even give me time to say it. Oh, that was the wrong item. Well, at least I got it there. Okay. And I still got hit by that anyway. Whatever, I'm not going for the 60 kills as it is. I mean, the cash is piling up, at least. Still worried, though. I don't know. I mean, hey, you know, with this sort of build, it would at least probably be worth going for the giant if I felt like getting into the cavern. And maybe I do. Maybe a little bit. No, the damage isn't that good. It's decent. Oh, getting hit by the knife actually saved him from the parry. How often do you see that? Well, I got to hit the second time, but that's fine. I'll take my lumps, I suppose. This is an interesting build. I would not call it good. I would call it serviceable. I would call it okay. Befitting of the weapon, isn't it? Okay. Speaking of okay stuff, here's a curse chest. Hopefully the thing that comes out of it is a little bit more than okay. I missed one of the scrolls of power. I'm going to actually kind of explore around a little bit more first. Make sure that I got all the scrolls that I want before ending up taking that chest, because the burst damage that I have right now is not of the sort that I would be... The sort of damage that I'm dealing right now, in everything except for the heavy grenade, is worrying, and I don't want to go up against something like a golem accidentally. Yeah, no, that's pretty much a long and short of it now, isn't it? I mean, sure. I think that's a little bit more appropriate. Sure, I should probably actually switch out the biters, but okay, and done. I said done. There we go. Well, let's go explore the other side. I ended up going to be hitting up the sepulcher. I didn't know how this run was going to go, so I wanted to go for the more traditional route. Did end up going through the sanctuary, which I was sort of planning on doing. I mean, it was something that I wanted to do. to try to get some usage on the orb casters, which has worked out well so far. But, I don't know. Nope, nope, nope. Everybody cut this out right now. You too. Especially you. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty much par for the course, but like I said, Dead Cells is not something that you deal with averages in. You need exceptional runs, especially at this level, to win. And I'm taking things down fast, but not as fast as I want to. I can do better. This can be better, and this should be better. So let's just keep... Well, having this is going to help. Yeah, let's just keep exploring around. I guess survival right now, I don't know. I mean, I have, what, 2 points of tactics, which are probably never going to go off of this throwing knife that I'm currently rocking. So I can't imagine that I'm going to be getting rid of that anytime soon. Besides, survival, I might eventually get rid of that amulet-wise. Nah. The one I have right now, not only do I spend a pretty penny on it, I also have all the good synergies for it, too, which makes a big difference. Yeah, of course. Every time with the defenders. Well, that works. Who am I to argue? And one more. Okay, fine. If you want to go for the parry, that's more gold for me. No longer... I mean, what's the point of the poison? I already have plenty of poison things to work with, as of just yet. I'm glad that I didn't fall down into a golem. I definitely expected that... Come on now. I definitely expected that to happen. Range out, and we're good. All right. Oh, there is one more scroll fragment. That is a stat if I go and grab that right now. So I'm going to. That thing will die before it brings me back, or not. Why not? I mean, the idea of the 100% on poison is nice, but the throwing knife does not really matter because it's all about the damage over time. The little bit of extra damage that I'm getting for the 704 DPS double doesn't matter compared to the 1,000 times 3 that I'm getting from the bleed. Yes, now I remember why. Why I was very quick to get out of this area. I don't think that golem saw me. That golem definitely saw me now. Okay, doesn't matter. I think the damage is starting to get there. Yeah, with 22 points of brutality, which, I mean, I don't know, especially getting a challenge rift should have probably come back in the ossuary, I'm just saying. It's starting to feel a lot better. So what I'm going to do is I am going to currently go and grab this and switch out my mutations for alienation instead. See, big brain plays happening right now. Interesting, but no. I mean, the balance blade is fine, but you know, it's again it's somehow crawled its way up from the abyss and has been tossed carelessly back down there. I saw it reaching its hand up, and I pressed my foot on its face and went like, nope. Shoved it right back down into there. Okay, what are we looking at? I mean, nothing that I really want to change up there, but stuff that I want to change up here. I'll try alienation acceptance. Double ammo? No, dead inside. Dead inside because I have a lot more healing now, and that'll help. This sort of combination will help. And as long as I don't immediately run into a big hallway full of traps, I'm Duggan and McCullough here, I'll be fine. And I didn't. There is an invisible enemy. But invisible enemies do not matter. Yeah. Yeah? Okay. One of the few times that... Yeah? One of the few times that Spiders are really helping out. It's not common. Okay. Yeah, there we go. I should try to get like 100% on poison. No, the swarms are terrible, and I definitely really do need to switch that out before I get to like the Hand of the King. Because the Hand of the King like chews through those things for breakfast. They don't stand a chance. One single swipe of his mighty symmetrical lance, and they're gone. Okay. All right. All I need to do is just kill one more, you fools, and I'm looking good. Hey, Spider Girl. Sorry about breaking all the lights in your home. Please understand. Let's go. Oh my god. There's a lot of stuff happening here, but thankfully I do have some bombs to back me up. Some bombs that have some real good synergies on them. I mean, infantry grenade is not amazing. I usually like having 2 of them at once, but again, not possible in normal gameplay terms now. But even just the one with a lot of good synergies on it does help a lot. It does go a long way. Especially because a lot of the reason that I was using the... Nice try. Okay, better... Oh, I actually managed to get the stun there. Unfortunately, it is looking very bad for me right now. Okay. Now I got hit anyway in the stupidest way I possibly could. All right, give me something. Yeah, okay. I think this is worth going for. Yeah, because the bleed and the poison, and that's something that I can use pretty consistently. There's no critical on this weapon or anything, so like Instinct of the Master of the Arms isn't really going to be working, but I don't necessarily need that to be happening to get a lot of usage out of Lacerating Aura. Just a lot of raw damage will go a long way for me. Or at least that's the way I'm looking at it right now. It could easily turn. I've always said Dead Cells is a game that turns on a dime. You never know how it's going to be going start to end. Things change up a lot over the way, whether it's getting some very lucky items or just not finding any lucky items after your very first lucky items. That's a mystery wrapped in an enigma. This really is the RNG episode, isn't it? Not really a theme that I was trying to go for, but if it happens, it happens. Okay, 25, which is nice. And also very stupid hits by me, but that's not really all that big of a deal. I have curse for healing right now. I mean, first off, I am going to... Did you not throw the grenade? Apparently not. Yeah, curse for healing. That is kind of the whole thing that I'm working for right now, and as soon as I get to the curse chest, I should be sitting pretty as far as healing goes and making sure that I am fully healed up, no potion charges used, you know, the platonic ideal when it comes to these runs. Because you gotta save all of those things for 1, the castle, 2, 5-cell area, and 3, most importantly of all, the bosses. Always be looking out for dim bosses. You know, with the way that's going... Well, no. I'm going to go take care of the curse chest first. Well, I could probably just go kill everything pretty easily. Pray for me. Okay. I mean, so far so good. Very, very cautious. And the worst part is that I do have another cursed chest on top of all of this to go. But there's still plenty more level to get to anyway. Yeah, including another stat right up here, right behind the door. Come on, it's going good. It's going good so far. I don't want to throw this away because of stupid reckless playing whilst cursed. That's a bad way to go, and it's a bad look in general. when you die to that sort of thing. You die to overconfidence, which is, I'm pretty sure they say in Darkest Dungeon, glittering gold, trinkets, and baubles is a slow and deadly killer. Well, I mean, as of right now, I'm saving up for the lacerating aura. And by saving up, I mean I can go buy it right now, so just go do that. In fact, I should just go do that right now, because I think it's probably going to be a little bit more helpful than Swarm in the next couple fights that I have that are slowly but surely approaching. That I am attempting to put off, but are coming up right now. Okay. Guys, seriously? Okay, yeah. Like, what are you guys doing? Oh, okay. I was wondering, it's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't actually know what I was going for there. There's the curse gun, and I'll definitely be able to do the stuff with the curse chest that I was looking for. Now, I just really gotta make sure that I have some area to get some of that sweet, sweet curse relief with very little problems that could possibly occur. I'm talking about some sort of area where I have a lot of kamikaze bats that I can just destroy with the lacerating aura immediately. You know, something like that. Anything else you want to throw at me here? That's a fun wave of denial. If it was a turret, I would love to have like 100% damage given and taken. It's not like you're losing too much of anything when it comes to a tactics run, but I'm also not doing a tactics run right now, which is maybe the more important bit to say. I could have done that, but, you know, the new hotness, of course, is doing the brutality-focused run with this. This would be great if I could get cursed right now. Unfortunately, no. Yeah, the brutality. The brutality stuff is more important. Okay. I've been trying to avoid using that because, you know, you screw up a parry, you're taking a lot of extra damage. It's not a good look for me or anybody else when I'm dying to accidental parries, which happens a lot. Or accidentally missing a parry, which happens a lot, but, oh no, I didn't say that part quiet that time. Oh well. But, you know, worst comes to worst, I will use this, and I will get some of that sweet, sweet cashola. Some of that sweet, sweet cashish. Now, unfortunately, not going to have my lacerating aura available for that, and also I got hit too. There you go. Really not being very kind with the necklaces this time. Kind of. Sorta. Okay, what am I looking at here? What's going to be... Yeah, it looks like kind of sticking around with the top area of this, or maybe even going inside one of the doors to possibly kill a bunch of enemies is going to be the order of the day. Especially because it seems like with the way it's going, I'm not going to be able to... not bad. If I need some more healing. Especially I'm not going to be able to kill any enemies here for curse relief. Yeah. Yeah. What can I say? The price is right. Look at that. 60% bleeds, 100% poison. Oh god, I hope I don't die to curses right now. This is the time. This is the point when it's going to happen, and it's going to be just the worst. So do not mess this up. Okay. There's one volley. There's two volleys. I see two more enemies right over here. That's it. Okay. And I am actually going to get rid of the whole alienation acceptance because I don't want to risk anything else after that. And also, let's check out what the phaser down here is like. I don't know. I mean, it's the price. I like it. And you just think about how well this works with the. I mean, what I got to do is I just got to throw phase, turn on lacerating aura, it's a great combo. Like, look at that. That was like 60,000, I think it was when I did that. Oh, this is looking very good. I love the way this run is going. I don't know if it shows off the weapon very well, but who cares? It's going great. I'll take a good run when I can. Oh, I didn't grab the key. Of course. It's not quite. I think I'm gonna go for. I mean, I could go either way. I could go for the. Let's take it safe rather than sorry, and hit up the timekeeper. Make sure that, because I know that this run will go very good against her. Aside from maybe getting a hit a couple times by the shuriken, but I might be able to blitz her down even faster than that with this combination of good stuff. Giant, I feel a little bit more hesitant about. But it would speed up the... Just go. In that clock room. It's got the branded color and everything. That's the way to look at it. All right. Well, I think adrenaline is going to help out a lot for healing up. I'm thinking soldier's resistance and dead inside. How about that? Because, you know, the malaise is not really going to be handled, but healing, I think, might be okay, especially with the big hits that I'm going to be getting right now. Because these are some big, fat, chunky hits I'm looking at. And that's what I want. I want the biggest, fattest, and chunkiest of hits. Oh, can't phase. I didn't know you couldn't phase out of that. Something I've never really attempted to do, but, you know. No perfect fight. I'll deal with it. The run is looking pretty good so far. Ow, 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 my malaise. I'll take it. One potion charge will still do me quite well here. If I feel like I'm getting a little bit too high up on malaise. And aside from that, I'm also just... Well, that would actually be very nice, but I don't really need it. This is one of the few times where it's unnecessary. Let's go. I kind of feel like I might have accidentally left a scroll fragment back there. I just got a feeling. And not that tonight's going to be a great night, even though it has been so far. I don't know. Let's just go. Yeah. With the adrenaline, I'm thinking, with the adrenaline, especially big hits that I'm getting from the phaser and just the combo that I'm doing right now, should be able to at least get back up to full health easily enough. I don't know. You got anything? I don't really know what I want at this point. All right, be careful, though. Don't get cocky, Star Fox. Don't accidentally get hit by the... Oh, boy. Okay. Don't accidentally get hit by the ball and chain, too. But, you know, that's... Do I really need to tell myself that? This is weird. All right, well... I don't know. I might end up just taking a drag on the potion at this rate. But what's in the wall room first? Infected. Close, but no scar. If I was rolling with alienation acceptance, that might have been a little bit better. But I mean, come on. I'm asking for a bit much here. All right, as it is. I hate that. All right, 75% damage reduction. I do love to get that sort of thing. Ridiculous. All right, well, this is definitely potion drag time. Drag potion time. Drag that potion all around here. Yeah, okay. I'm going to say this. I can't honestly tell you if the throwing knife is good. I have had such a good run that it is impossible to say if it's not just the result of a lot of great items that I've gotten over the course of this run, or if the weapon really has been improved a lot. I'd like to believe it has, but that's because I want to be optimistic about it. I can't tell you, though. Experiment around with it yourself. Maybe it's really great. Maybe it just happened to have the right stuff to make it look super good. Either way, you know, if I was really going to suggest a type of weapon like this, hemorrhage does do more bleed damage. But at the same time, you don't get hemorrhage until way, way late in the game. It's just impossible to actually achieve that until you're, well, in 5-cell mode. So I think that when it comes to, you know, your ranged bleed type of weapons, it seems like it's been fixed up to the point that it is much more usable. I still, as I was saying in the start of the episode, think that maybe they should try looking at reworking some of the damage over time, so it's not just the absolute essential way that you need to get all of your sources of damage, that getting some form of poison is the only way to play the game. But as it is, as the game exists right now, I mean, I'm not reviewing the game I want to review, I'm reviewing the game that exists. And I'm not reviewing it because that would imply that I'm giving like some sort of letter grade or whatever. Anyway, it's good. Well, yeah, I don't know. It's such a weird, this is a rare run. This is a rare run that is does not fit into normal metrics. Yeah. Oh, phaser still. I mean, I know phaser is good, and yet I keep thinking of it as not being that good. Oh, whoa, a lot of weird stuff happening with the wind there. Not quite sure what to make of it. Okay, one more key, and I mean, as much as I'd like to get Explorer's Rune, I'm also perfectly willing to just book her out of here, too. Not worry too much about trying to get a perfectly explored castle, too. After all, I do know where the exit is, and that's, you know, that's worth a lot more than getting a fully explored castle more often than not, anyway. But, depending on how long it takes me to find that third... Didn't do it. Okay, there we go. At least I got the critical on there. Depending on how long it takes me to find that third key. Who knows what's going to happen. I mean, I'm already 30 kills into getting the 60 kills. It might just happen as a matter of... I don't even know what happened there. It might just happen as a matter of running through the castle. It just fell through the scenery, eh? Things just fall through the scenery sometimes. I mean, in the last episode I did, the Corrosive Cloud one, somebody pointed out that, yeah, the Bombardier's bomb just kind of go through walls sometimes. I don't know. Yeah, that Assassin's Dagger might have been better than what I'm using right now, but I want to say that the Status Stiletto is so much more in line with the run that I want to keep it just based on a thematic thing rather than potentially that being a better weapon. I mean, I can't really say if it was or wasn't, because I didn't look at it enough to even make that judgment. Okay. Really great run. Do want to stress that this is some top-tier Dead Cells luck. And I could not be happier on that point. I mean, it's just... It's not quite to the point that I'm getting, 40 in brutality, though, which would be the absolute top tier. Well, you did that to yourself. Which would be the absolute top tier, like, luck. But, it's getting there. Can I at least, like, rally up a decent amount of my health? Kind of? A little bit. Not quite there, though. There you go. It was all from a very early throwing knife. So how's that? Okay. Let's see what we got going on in the boss fight. I'm feeling confident, but I also know that one cannot learn what they think they overconfidence. I don't know why I'm making this a bit now. I'm sorry. I'm going to stop. Okay. Yeah, what do you got? Nah. Nah. Maybe if I was still working with the... If I was still working with the previous stuff that I was doing, that could be... Oh, you know, the replacing the infantry grenade, but that's obviously not the case anymore, so forget about it. Let's go. Pretty lengthy run, but I want to say the length is warranted. You can see exactly what's going on here, and how everything I'm doing is actually working pretty well to getting me a great run going. Now, the hand is going to block a lot of the shots that I'm going to do. You know, I never actually thought about this all that much, but what is up with that tree having eyes in the background? I mean, there is no explanation for that whole thing. And that has nothing to do with anything. I just thought I just wanted to say it anyway. Ah, I knew I was going to get hit there. Can I at least rally up a decent amount of health? Got it. Whatever. Not a perfect fight, but I don't think it was already a perfect fight. This is also such a good time for adrenaline, too. Okay. He's going to the next phase. I knew it. No, not that guy. That guy. And yeah, Hand of the King falling on his own allies. That's always a fun time when that happens, because he takes a lot of damage from it. Got it. Oh, good fight, good fight. Oh, it's always a weird thing, and it's always a weird gambit to try to get to pay off. But if you can get an enemy to fall on top of the hand, he does... It is like a huge chunk. Gravity is a harsh mistress, as you know. Let's go. Yeah, I want to stress it again. It's a really good run. I'm actually very happy with this. Much in the last episode, I had my brow furrowed the entire time. This time, I'm giving a big old smile. Maybe go for a perfect collective fight. No, I didn't say that. No, well, I did think it. Are you kidding me? I hate these little guys so much. Ruined so many runs. I don't want to see that happen again. Yep, this is going pretty good, though. I would also like, if I could possibly, get a food shop in here. I don't know if I'd even be able to afford what I'm looking for, though. You never know with that sort of... Oh, here it is. It's pretty good. Oh, I didn't even get the Aura of Laceration on. Not that it matters. All right. Maybe I can also hope for a quick Astrolabe, too. I would enjoy that. But I don't have my fingers crossed. I mean, this is also the point in time where I'm just going to accidentally fall off the edge like a real goober. Because this is also the sort of run where that sort of thing happens. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, yep. You can see the geometry starting to fall apart. We got a lore room. It does actually continue on a little bit more because, well, I just said the geometry falls apart. Okay, a little bit of extra money. Gets me one step closer to potentially getting the extra potion charge, which is what I would like. Or he's doing pretty good. Also, how come you get 2 defenders? That's a little bit excessive. Nope. Yeah, when those guys aren't defending anything, they take a lot more damage. So that only works to my advantage. He's a 30 kills. I mean, there's no kill door here, but... There. There's no kill door here, but still. Oh, I didn't even notice the slammer coming in there. That could have been bad. But it wasn't, so it's fine. Okay, come on, come on. Gotta be, like, right at the end here, right? Nope, 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 nope. You cut that out right now. Oh, the double slammer fight. Perfect. I love it. Good and good. Yeah, I'll take it. That's a lot of extra health, if nothing else. I would love to get, if I could possibly, the 4 brutality necklace. But I mean, come on, I've already been blessed so much. How much more do I need to ask for? I feel like I'm just getting greedy now. All right. This is actually like the first time that I'm... Nope, nope, nope. This is actually like the first time that I'm starting to get like sweaty palms in a while. Because it's going... Oh, it's too good. It's too good. I'm waiting for that shoe to drop. Nah, well, there's that, but it's also really not the worst damage I could take, and it's not like I'm looking for the 60 kills or anything anyway. Looks like I could drop down here too, but I mean... I'm not that much of a mad lad. Yeah, let's just kinda... Careful. Careful. And then just get on the side of the wall. Yeah. Okay, that'll work. Still haven't found the other key, but... Yeah, you go down. Still haven't found the other key, but that's got to be coming pretty soon, right? Can't imagine it's going to be taking too much longer. I mean, what are the chances of that? Ooh, more stats. 32, it's looking good. Well, yeah. At least the librarian's very well countered by this build. I mean, it is about as close as you can get to getting a tactics build when it comes to building brutality without going over. Yeah, what are you looking at? You know, I'm gonna say I like what I'm looking at right now. Maybe, nah, I don't see any reason why I would switch out the stuff I'm looking at right now. Remember when I got greedy last time with the Hayabusa boots, with the Hayabusa gauntlets run, after all. The point where you just want to accept what you're given and not press your luck anymore. Okay, where is that final key? I really do not know. I mean, you know, I'm betting it's in that one dark area that I see over there. Because it's definitely not over here. Sometimes, I mean, I feel like the Astrolab is very quickly replacing the castle in terms of me getting lost all the time. Which replaced the Fog Fjord, or Stilt Village back in the day. And there we go. As it turns out, I predicted the future with the utmost accuracy. Okay. I mean, I'm sure if I probably just dropped down there a little bit more, I could have hit the teleporter, but we've already finished. What's done is done. Tomorrow's another day, etc. And this is going to be leading over to the Wizard Tower, and yeah. Gonna see how this do. I'm very confident in actually winning, but there is a state even above winning that I would like to hit if I can. Ah. There. Yeah, one more. No, I don't need that. Okay. Yeah, getting there. Phaser also being very good right now, too. Never want to besmirch the fine name of the phaser if I possibly can. Tentacle up there? Nah. Don't need no tentacles to ride this train. We'll probably end up just getting the, what is that, cough syrup? The malaise cure, rather than trying to go for the... Rather than trying to go full on with the potion charge. I don't think that's going to be all that useful. Gold as well as a cell, poisons enemies, extra jump versus extra jump. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Does it give me a lot of extra health? 53, 53, 11. Like, there's virtually no difference. All right. Looking good. I guess bombers do give you a pretty good usage of adrenaline when you do dodge them correctly. I shouldn't forget about that, but it's not... Health is going pretty fine right now. I don't really need to worry too much about it, I'd like to say, especially if I'm getting that sort of thing. Including malaise, is what I mean. Nope, and nope. All right. Final stretch. Again, getting them sweaty palms. Knees weak. The palms are sweaty. There's vomit on my cells already. Is the mom spaghetti? No, that's ridiculous. All right. And yeah, there's really not too much difference between the two. 60k. Very nice. Also very nice. Oh. Well, if nothing else, I'm very happy with Uproar. Very, very happy on that point. Get up here faster, Librarian, so the lacerating aura can take care of you, please. I mean, it already did that by the time I had uttered that phrase, but keep it in mind for the future. Are you kidding me? It's so stupid. I hate. Oh. It can't get away without having one more, eh? Can't do it. It's against the law. You'll be put in dead cells jail. Okay, this is a stupid idea. I'm gonna do it. I didn't even get all that much more health. I'll go take the malaise cure, just to be sure. And then, yeah, see how this goes. I mean, I can't imagine I'm going to lose, but like I was saying, there is a point above even winning that I would like to achieve. It's called perfection. Aside from that, I don't know. I mean, it's like keeping everything I got right now. Maybe, okay, how about this? Maybe I can switch out adrenaline for corrupted healing, get an even larger boost on health. I don't know. I mean, the health is not really going to be all that... How much do I want to press my luck is kind of what I'm thinking right now. And yeah, I would love to press my luck pretty hard, but I also know it's like, come on, dude. Don't go too wacky crazy. So as it is, let's take... Let's just take disengagement and dead inside. Yeah. Go with that. There's not really too much for buffing up your main hand anyway when it comes to brutality, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. Yeah. Alright, blow potion charge immediately. I mean, I was thinking about emergency triage, but it's like, again, I want to also get the win too. I'm not entirely focused on getting, trying to get a perfect fight. It's very unlikely to happen. Okay. Okay. There's one. I'm not going to spend any more. My potion charge is doing that. Yep. Of all things to get hit by. Nah, well. I told you, I really can't expect it to happen. Yeah. I mean, I knew you were going to immediately go right into the next phase after that, especially this sort of level of damage. And there we go, final phase. I'm mad at myself. I am still mad at myself, by the way. Make no mistake on that. I'm still very angry at myself. Oh, I'm such a stupid idiot. Oh, well. There's nothing to do but laugh. Okay, well, good run.